Good afternoon, all of you. This is the second program which we are trying to solve on random function. This topic is too important, that's why I am showing you so many questions so that you are able to understand how to solve the random functions questions and how to attempt the questions. Here also in question the first line is import random. Random is module that will be imported in your program, that will come inside your program, and you are capable, after that statement you are capable to use all the functions or module or the keywords which are available in random module. That's why we imported this module. After that the statement is written print 100 plus random dot rand int. Rand int is a function which is defined inside the random module, and inside the rand int function we have provided two arguments 5, 10. So this will return the value between 5, 10, 5 to 10, and equal to space. The same line is written 4 times, so the same four lines are written with the same code, but due to the random function, we will not expect the same output. We may expect the same output also, and we may not expect the same output. Because if first time this function is going to return 6, 7, or 8, or 9, 10, or 5, any value between that, that does not mean that this function will also return the same value. It totally dependent on the system. It is totally dependent on the system, and according to the system, it is generated by generating the numbers. It is returning the numbers. So the next line is find the suggested output options 1 to 4. We got 4 options and we have to suggest that which of the output is possible and which of the output is not acceptable. They cannot be possible. Also write the list and highest value that can be generated. We have to provide the highest value and least value that is provided by this program. So first we will make a table for minimum value and maximum value returned by the rand int function. We'll make 2 columns. The first one is minimum and second one is maximum. Okay. Then the first column will be represented for rand int function. Rand int function. Because that function is going to return the value. So this function is having 2 arguments 5 and 10. So it will always return the value between 5 to 10. It will never return the value less than 5. Always it will return the value greater than or equal to 5 and less than or equal to 10. The first parameter represents the least value and the second parameter represents the highest value in rand int function. In case of rand int function only this is happening and both the numbers are included. That means 5 is also possible. Number can be equal to or less than greater than 5 and can be less than or equal to 10. So the possibility of number from rand int function is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. These are the numbers which are possible from this rand int function. Okay. These are the numbers which are possible from this function. This function can return only the values greater than or equal to 5 and less than or equal to 10. So the minimum value returned by rendering function will be 5 and maximum will be 10. I hope you are understanding. So all the functions will return the value in between 5 to 10, and we are adding 100 over there with the value returned by this function. So if we will add 100 plus rand int function, then the value minimum value will become 100 plus 5 105, and maximum value will become 110. Now the print statement is printing the value returned by this function. Whatever value the print statement will get, that it will print, and after that it will put a space. So we will get 4 output from 4 functions. One output from this one output from this one output from this one, and one output from this one. And the vowel output is, we can have the output like this. This function can also return 105, 106, 107, 108, 109 and 110. These are the values which can be returned by these 4 functions. Okay, so let us see the answer. After that, after finding this one, you have to see the answer, and you have to check that all the numbers which are there in the output, they are matching the criteria of minimum and maximum value or not. If they are falling in the range of minimum and maximum value, then that output will be acceptable, otherwise it is not acceptable. So in the first option, we are able to see that the first number is 102, and 102 is not in the list. 102 is not in the list. So the first output will be discarded due to 102. 104 is also there, that is also not possible, because the value returned by the function must be greater than 105 or equal to 105. So this one is acceptable, this one is acceptable, but due to these two, the whole output is not acceptable. I hope you are understanding. Next one, second one, 110, 110 is there in the list, but 103 and 104 is not there in the list. 103 and 104 is not possible to be returned by this function. This function cannot return less than 5 number, and the output will not come more than less than 105 and more than 110. So this is also not acceptable. The next one, we will move to the third one. In third one, 105, that is acceptable. 107, that is also there in the list. 105, that is also there in the list. And 1010, that is also there in the list. So this option is acceptable. The next one, 110, 110, that is also acceptable. 105 is also acceptable. 105 is also acceptable. And 110 is also acceptable. So all the 4 options of 4 option is also acceptable. So the fourth option is also the probable output by this program segment. Understood? Students, why I told you to make this table? Because this table, when this question is going to come in the exam, this question will be having 3 number weightage, 3 marks weightage. Okay, and one mark is assigned to find the minimum and maximum value of the variable or generated by the function. Okay, so that also you have to make, otherwise your 1 mark will be lost. So always you try to make this one. And the output, the probable output, the output will be third and fourth option. The output is third and fourth option. Why you have not selected the first one and second one? For that also you can write one statement why you have discarded these options. But don't explain that much, because already from here only minimum and maximum value it is clear that the value cannot be less than 105, and the value which are given in second and first option, they are lesser than 105. That's why they will not be acceptable. That's all for this one. See it carefully till the end. Okay. Today network is not working today also. So that's why I am sending the videos. Thank you.